Hey guys, so I've not done a reading on this channel in a minute, it feels like, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of guidance because the energy right now is kind of confusing and it feels a little bit like on the darker side. I have been myself for a minute now and I've kind of learned to let go of the timing of everything and just let the universe and God and everybody sort it out for me. So I've just been like sitting back, manifesting still, and like thinking about the direction I'm wanting to move in, you know, with my life. But I have had this like wave of like negativity come over me recently, like from an inner perspective. So I just wanted to do a reading, and maybe some of you guys are going through the same thing. So let's quit jibble jabbling and talking and get into it. We're going to start off with the Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco, and I will leave all of these decks that I used today in the description for you guys, just in case that you like these cards and you want to check them out for yourself. I'm just going to be shuffling the cards down here. I don't really have much of like a table surface. Alright, so the path just came out. I will grab the little booklet and we can read about that. I think we should get another one though, just to kind of give us some more details on what's going on. And then we have resilience. The way is open for you. The path is illuminated. Begin the journey now. Respond and take action. We must be courageous and move forward. And the little like, there's something in quotes and it's kind of like the reflection that you're going to tell yourself if you'd like is, I am open and responsive to the opening of the way. So with this card, it's kind of like something, you're the person standing down here and there's this whole path like laid before you, and it's just your decision to climb up the ladder and enter into your like new life. And there can be a lot of fear associated with it. So as you can see, sorry about this reflection, it's the light that's right behind me, but as you can see, there's a little bit of darkness in here. So yes, there is some light, but there's all this like looming darkness that may be intimidating to this person. So they're maybe not really as like, okay, let's just go for it, let's just do this thing, as maybe they would have hoped. So that is that card. Making mistakes builds resilience. I have learned my lessons from my mistakes I have made. I stand strong. I am an adult and I act with self-responsibility. And in quotes, the little tip or whatever is to say, I am strong and resilient. I am strong and resilient. So this woman here is carrying this huge burden of, it almost looks like insect legs or like octopus or something like that. So basically like she's carrying this burden, this heavy weight of something in her life, but she's continuing to go. Whenever the darkness pops up in your life, you can't really let that take over your entire being, because you'll never get to the light and you'll never get to where you want to be. You'll just stay in this darkness. So if you're resilient and you keep pushing, and see, the thing about her is she would not carry this weight for no reason. Like, she wants better and she wants to move into a happier future in life for herself, but she just needs to push a little bit longer and be more resilient and continue to be so that she can reach her goal. And the thing is, on your journey, carrying excessive weight is going to only drag you down, and this can be like negative people, negative influences, or just like a stressor, just any stress that you're carrying with you about life and what's going on. So the more free and clear that you can kind of get your mind, then the easier the path is going to be, and the easier it'll be to just go ahead and walk up the ladder. Like, you'll acknowledge that there is darkness out there. Yes, we understand that. But you don't need to let negativity and other things in your external world affect you and affect your dream. So you can acknowledge it and you can kind of experience the energy of it, but you don't let it get to you and get to your heart, because that's whenever bad things start to happen, and that's whenever your dream just like flips on its head and now it's like not possible because of your mindset about it. And then now we're going to use the Dragon Oracle cards. How is everybody doing out here? I hope everyone's doing decent and pushing through and getting through these times out here. Not just with what's going on in the world necessarily, but just like within yourself, you know. All right, so we have 3 that just came out. The first one is Thor's Red, Black, and Gold Dragon. Protects you in times of change, a time of rapid transition and transformation. Relax, you are safe. So don't get caught up in the whole spin and whirl of things. This dragon or this spirit, whatever this card is trying to say, is that there will be times where things aren't exactly set in stone where they need to be, and it's just kind of like a transitional period. But you don't need to like fear that transitional period in your life, because it's part of the journey, it's part of it. I say that all the time, that it's part of it. Just relax whenever change begins to happen, because I know change can be scary and change can be a little much and overwhelming. But if you embrace it, you just kind of learn to be more accepting of change itself. And then that's whenever like new and exciting things can start to happen to you and into your life, because you're open to it. So don't be shut off to change. Change is not a bad thing. And I think a lot of us kind of fear change in a sense, because yes, it is different. But honestly, what's so bad about different? You may think that you like know what's best for you, but you may actually not. So if you just trust the flow of change, then you don't necessarily like have to make any decisions. You just kind of let it happen, right? And you'll end up where you need to be. And that is a little difficult. Like, just know that you do need to try your best, have faith and have trust that whatever it is that you're trying to, you know, manifest and have come to fruition is on its way. And if you can do that and just stick with that thought, no matter what your environment looks like or what's going on around you, it may not be ideal and it may not be what you would have chosen for yourself, but it's not a bad thing. It's part of it. And then this one is Fire and Water Dragon. Enables your life to flow with loving force, prepare for change and to move forward quickly, expect the unexpected, have fun. So this does go along with this card. If you are open to change, it can flow in easier and it can flow in quicker and things can happen quicker, because you are basically like opening up your heart and your soul and everything to the universe, and you're like, okay, I'm ready for change. Please give me some change. I want to grow. I want to be a different person or a new person. And if you want to be different and new, then you have to be open to change. You can't stay doing the same things that you've been doing. It's like that quote, like if you want something to happen, you can't be doing the same thing over and over and expect different results. So it's the exact same process with self-growth. Prepare for change and to move forward quickly. You have to be okay with the pace of change too. You may not get to decide like when you're ready to change and how it's going to happen or how long it's going to take, or how long is it going to take until like the byproduct of everything I've been working towards is going to be here. If you focus too heavily on like the end goal, then the end goal will just pull itself further away from you, because like the universe and like the spiritual code of things like wants you to know that you're okay where you are now, and that you're okay in the present. And like I said, if things aren't ideal, that doesn't mean you're accepting less. It just means that it's not here yet, and that good things do take time to manifest. So you can't lose hope, basically, if it's like taking too long, because in reality it is not taking too long. It's just the divine timing and the right timing of things. And if you can learn to trust that, the better off you'll be and the more at peace you will feel. So, and then this is the Omega Dragon. This one's real pretty. Matches this little crystal guy right here. Okay, so the Omega Dragon says, harnessing the divine feminine power of creation. Intention, hold your vision, birth the higher consciousness. So this card is really special because it's saying for change to happen and for things to start like progressing, you need to be in tune with yourself, and you need to come home to you and eliminate distractions and just focus on your core, your heart, your soul, your gut, everything, and continue to trust that. And if you have a certain thing that you've been wanting to manifest, create, whatever the case may be, by harnessing this power, so basically the divine feminine power is an energy that does birth things and it creates things. They call Earth Gaia, Mother Nature, Gaia, and Gaia is a creation energy. So embracing this creation energy within yourself and knowing like, okay, I am powerful, I am strong, I can create anything I want, and there's no limitations. And if people around you try to tell you that there's limitations, then you know that they are not supposed to be on your path. unless it's like a safety thing and they actually do have your best interest at heart, I wouldn't listen to them. I would listen to yourself. And even like spiritual teachers and guiders will tell you, like, you can't trust everything everyone says. Like, even a tarot reader on YouTube, they say like, okay, well, there's plenty of other readers out there. You don't absolutely have to take like everything I say as fact or as true, because at the end of the day, your energy within is the most powerful creation tool. Look at me all sunburned. Shoot. You and God or the universe can co-create together, meaning that both of you are putting energy and intention and thought into something, and by you focusing on that and dreaming it up and picturing it in your head, or thinking like, how would I feel once I'm there? Or what I do is, in my environment, there will be people that pop up that have like similar goals to what I want, and it's random because my whole life I didn't have this. But all of a sudden, like tonight I just went to like a family dinner thing with some family friends. Basically, like, you'll start to see it reflected in your environment around you. Like, she was joking around about starting a nonprofit, and she like threw her hands in the air. She's like, I'm gonna own this thing, I'm gonna do this thing. And she was joking because she doesn't want to do this as a career necessarily. But I personally, that's like my dream. And this person that I haven't seen in like years, the first night that I got to see her, she just started talking about this dream of, oh, so like it's reflected in the world around me, if that makes sense. So I could see that in any situation, or I could like overhear someone in the grocery store and they could be talking about like wanting to start their own business, and then for me that's like a sign, like, yes, like this energy of creation is really here. And you can see all around you, like, people are growing and changing, and if you're with the right people, those people will want to grow too, and they will want to change too, and they will want to like keep pushing for something better for themselves. I'm just gonna be real. Don't spend time with people who don't want to grow, and don't spend time with people who don't want a dream life to happen. Like, if they're just so like honed in on like just whatever, or like drinking and doing, you know, I'm not here to judge per se, but just for me, I need people on my path and in my life who value the right things, and you'll know what that is for you. You will have like a set standard and a set like boundary within your heart, mind, and soul that's like, I will not accept less than this. And if you slip and you let someone in your life that is on that list of no-nos, then what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of like a rambly side note, but yeah, just embrace your divine feminine power within. Even if you're a masculine, you can have divine feminine energy within you, because I have masculine energy within me. And I would honestly say that before this like whole spiritual journey, I felt I had a lot of masculine energy in me, and I didn't really have that much feminine, caring, nurturing, loving energy within me. But recently I've kind of embraced that more, and I've started to empower myself and let myself be this like divine feminine, and it's helped me create more in my life, and I see more things around me happening in my favor since I've embraced that piece of myself, or embraced that part of myself. So it just shows, if you're a masculine, don't shun away this feminine, divine feminine energy stuff, because you can embrace it within yourself too to create what you want. And then the masculine side of that, the masculine energy, can actually like catapult it forward and take action. And it's very like Aries energy, you know? It takes both to create something. And just like in life, male, woman, create another human being. So divine masculine energy, divine feminine energy, combine the two, you can create something. And you can create something amazing for yourself. So you got this. I'm just gonna say it. Now we're going to pull a Moonology Oracle card. Okay. So we have conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. And then we have your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus. And then you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer. So with the conclusions are in reach, just keep pushing, because this card reminds me of this. Same energy to me. It's within reach. Your ladder is right here. You can step on your ladder. You can take action towards whatever it is you want, or you can just stand there and look at it and say, I'm not ready, or I don't have the resources to be there yet. Because the more you naysay everything, the less the universe is going to want to work with you. So if you embrace and you have that positive attitude about it and you're like, no, I can get this. I am going towards this. I'm going to do anything and everything I can to get to where I want to be. The conclusions are within reach. They become closer and they become more clear. And the answers are closer and clear and literally right in front of your face. Because before you kind of do your spiritual journey and all that kind of stuff, you can't really see the path. And you can't really see, like what this says, the path. You can't really see it. And as you progress on your spiritual journey, you'll get closer and then you do see it, but it's in the distance. But then eventually, before you know it, you'll be in there actually doing what you want to be doing, actually living the life you want to be living with the people you want to be with and loving yourself at the same time. It's just the beautiful world, right? So the more awakened you are and the more aware you are and the more tapped into this like spiritual kind of vibe and the spiritual truth and knowing that you can find within yourself and the world around you will help kind of like reflect that, then the conclusions are within reach and things will make more sense. And whenever things start to make more sense, there's less to worry about, there's less to stress about, and once the path is clear, you feel better and you're more at peace within your heart. But your dreams do need a practical plan, so you can't sit here and be stubborn and be like, oh my gosh, this is not happening. Like, oh my God, this is taking so long. What is going on? What am I doing wrong? I'm not sure. Like, you can't stress out like that. You need to let go of control. Just let the path be what it is. And your dreams do need a practical plan. So all these things that I think of and dream of every single day, I am aware that they're not going to be here tomorrow, but I know they will be here one day. And that is what I have faith in, and that is what I trust. But if I were to sit here and be stubborn about it and demand answers and demand change right now, then it's not going to happen. But if you do sit back and you relax and you just let the flow of things happen, and you know that you and your loved ones are safe, you and your loved and your beloved dream is safe. So just trust it. Peace, period. Exclamation point. Question mark? It's all good. Trust. It's all good. I promise. I promise. Conclusions are within reach. If you don't know the answer today, you will soon enough. And honestly, what I've kind of learned in my life is as time goes on and like the reflective scope becomes like more like clear, big, deeper, everything. So I can look back and be like, oh, so that's why that didn't happen whenever I wanted it to. I was so adamant that it happened right now, but now I know I wasn't ready back then for what I actually was asking for back then. So I could still be asking for the same thing today because it takes time, but now I'm just more calm and chill about it, and I'm aware that I don't want to force the timing, you know? And I don't want to like make it happen when I want it to happen, because at this point I prefer whatever the universe and God has got. And you know the whole phrase of like, oh, let go and let God. I used to be like, oh, okay, like woohoo, God's timing. But honestly, it's a better path. You feel more relaxed, you feel more at peace within your heart, and you just like know it's gonna work out. And the doubts like don't serve you at all. The doubts don't do anything. The negativity doesn't do anything. And the complaining about you not being where you want to be yet doesn't do anything. So you just be resilient. You know, you can be resilient, but you don't need to burden yourself during the process, during the journey of getting to where you want to be and creating the life that you want. You don't have to carry the weight and the burden and the questions and the doubts and the like, oh my gosh, like I need to know all the answers. Needing to know all the answers qualifies as burden because it's taking away from you just living and letting it be. I'm going to do one last card for this video and then we will sign off for tonight. I feel like tonight's video is very like sassy and different, and you guys probably haven't even like seen this side of me yet, but I guess that's just how we feeling today. So this is the Universe Has Your Back deck. Okay, so this says attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. Having fear is a call for help. And that may seem a little confusing, but having fear is a call for help. Like, why are you afraid? Are you afraid something bad is going to happen? Are you afraid that whatever it is you're going after won't happen? Are you afraid that it won't turn out how you want it to? But like, you don't need to have fear, because if you have your shoulders up and your head's on straight and everything like that, then it's going to turn out perfect, and it'll be even better than you expected it to be. But having fear, it's just like you're doubting the plan, and you're doubting like the divine order of things, and you're doubting like God and the universe's ability to create something amazing for you and with you. Like, you have to be an active part of your journey, and you have to be an active part of your growth and your expansion, and you have to be an active part of your manifesting, because you can't just sit back and be like, okay, God, like, give me a good life, because God will be like, what do you mean? Like, what do you want? And you could just throw around something and say, oh, I want to be a this and that. But if you don't dig deep and know the why of why you want to be that, then like, you don't deserve it yet. So that's why it's important to dig deep within yourself and to find the answers. And once you do that, and like right now I can confidently say, like, I'm sure of myself, I know who I am, and I've grown so much, like even within the past like few weeks. Like, my confidence level has boosted so much, but not in an ego way. It's just like my confidence about life and about understanding who I am, why I am the way I am, and just understanding my relationships with people around me better and everything like that. Like, I don't have as much fear as I used to, and I don't have any more pain. Any of these like lower vibrational energies, it's supposed to, like, in the right mind, in the right world, whatever, you're supposed to be able to look in the mirror and be like, okay, I'm angry. Why am I angry? I'm negative. Why am I negative? I'm upset with myself. Why am I upset with myself? Or I'm upset with X, Y, and Z people. And you can just blanket statement say, well, I don't like them, or well, I don't like what they're doing. But what exactly is it that you don't like? I hope this video showed you guys or pointed out some different things. I actually haven't talked about any of this on my channel. Maybe a few things, but overall this reading felt pretty new to me. I really feel like this message needed to come across, and I hope that it helps somebody, because I know the whole like negative doubts and fears and these toxic like thought cycles, they're outdated. We don't need them anymore. We're growing, we're evolving, we're expanding, and we don't have room for that anymore. So we do need to let go of these burdens, and we do need to drop the load so that we can create and that we can get to where exactly we want to be. So I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
Can I give you more? Can I give you more, child? Can I give you more? I will give you everything, my child. Just waiting for the timing. Oh, now